Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing, coming to you with the beginning of a new journal. So I mentioned in the other journal, the Daisy Dreams journal, that I found myself feeling kind of under pressure to create a journal for someone else, but I gave it a little bit more thought, and I thought, well, if I just set the expectation as I will do this as I can and remove the pressure from myself, I could continue to do what I love, which is making things for other people. I don't keep the journals for myself, so I may as well make one for someone that I know, and knowing how much they're going to value that. So I said yes to a journal, and she wanted a kind of an antique romance, Victorian kind of theme. So that's what I'm going to be working on. It's going to be called Beloved Beauty is going to be the name of the journal. It's going to be similar to the Daisy journal in size. It will measure 6 inches by 9 inches. With 2 signatures and an insert. So I thought I'd try to do a page before I put it in the signature. Usually I decorate all my pages once they're in the book, once they're bound, but I'm going to try something a little bit different with this journal and see if I like the flow a little bit better. So I'm going to stop yapping about all that and tell you what we're doing today. So what I did, I've got all my bits here. I've got my circle punch, my ink, obviously, my masking tape. We're going to do a technique with the masking tape, my quarter rounder, and I've already put my bits on here just to paper clip them, as I often do. So what I did is, let me just take this off. This is all front cover kinds of things here. Whoops, we're attached. We're attached. There we go. So this is all front cover. I like to pull, at least kind of get a start on the bits that I'm going to use so I don't get too lost. And then this is the stuff that's on the inside, and I'm not going to show you all of that yet because it's a secret. So I'm going to turn that over there. And then the other thing, what I did is, this is a tag we're going to make and a cluster. So what I did is I took a piece of my coffee dyed paper, just standard coffee dyed paper. It is 65-pound copy weight paper. That's what I like to do my coffee dyeing on. So I've got that, and then I took, this is an original of that, that mixed media paper we did on camera, and I'm going to go ahead and use the original on this. I do notice that it is tearing, so I'm going to get some washi tape. I'm going to actually do that right now before I forget. So just a moment. I've got the perfect one. I think that will go with this journal, so I'm going to use this washi tape. So I need to fix that because I don't want it to further tear. But the idea here is, this is the coffee dyed paper. I'm going to stick this over here, and I'm going to make a pocket right here. And then we're going to have a journal tag. We're going to have a pocket over here with a journal tag and a journal card. I'm not going to do anything with the back yet. I'll save that for the next page, but it's going to, so once this is in the journal, it's like this, and then when it opens, this page is flipped, it's going to open like that, and we're going to have yet another bit of place to add some more pockets and ephemera and stuff like that. So let me just start again before I forget and go ahead and put a piece of washi tape. I think I'm going to put a piece of washi tape all across that edge, because I don't want it to tear any further. So let me do that really quick. Let's see if I can do this fairly straight. Maybe if I line it up with my lines on my, oh, that's not long enough. Cara-Renee, goodness gracious. Let me try that again. I'll use that for something else. It's a Saturday morning, and I am struggling to get into the routine here and get something created. I didn't sleep great last night, so I'm feeling a little bit off and a little bit uncomfortable with my back. But you know, life goes on. I can't stop because I don't feel good. I can't stop because you know, anything. Like, just life happens. I want to show you this just while I have this. This is the original. Look at that texture. This is real life texture. right there. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to go ahead and just fold that again and give it a good press. So now that is secure. So I think the first thing that we're going to go ahead and do is go ahead and get this glued. I'm wondering, let me see, I want to be thinking long term here about how this journal is going to go. I think I am going to also trim this edge off because I think I want this to be short too, to make a pocket on the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and just mark that really quick. And I hope the lighting is better, guys. I got an aught light hoping that that would help. I'm not sure if it's going to, but that's what I've got going on right now. So at least it's brighter. I still have a lot of shadow, but I just don't know how to resolve this. My husband came in and looked at it and he said he thinks I need, I don't need warm bulbs in all my lamps. I need bright white. So I think I'm gonna check that out the next time I go to the store. See if I can rectify this situation. So I'm just going to set that aside. I will definitely use that. This is precious, precious paper here. So that way it's going to go like so. This will be a pocket with a thumb notch. This will be a pocket with a thumb notch. So let's go ahead and glue this up. Well, you know what? I need to do some inking first. So let me do that. I'm going to create an interesting bit on the, I'm not using this full page, but I'm going to create an interesting kind of cover on the front of this. And it's using masking tape. And so I'm going to ink all my stuff and then I will come back to you so that we can get going without any other interruptions. So I was not very well prepared, so I apologize for that. I will be right back. Okay, I think we are inked up as much as I need to be right now. So we're going to go ahead and start constructing this a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, like I said, we're going to glue this on, but we're only going to glue it here and here so that it wraps around the page. And I forgot to grab my glue. I don't know if this shadow bothers you guys. It really bothers me for some reason. I don't know why. It just feels wrong. But I guess that's what we have to work with right now, right? I don't know what's different, but I'm not going to stress about it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue this pocket on. And we're going to let that sit because this paper is, because it's got a lot of mixed media elements on it, it's kind of fragile. Fragile is probably not the right word. It's soft. So the paper is really soft. Like, you know, to bend it, it almost feels like cloth almost. So it's really interesting. So that will have a chance to dry a little bit here. So let's go ahead and move on. I will have to trim off. It looks like we're a little bit crooked here. So let's think about that. We are crooked. I'm not going to be able to move that because it's already down. So I wonder what happened there. We're going to have to trim off a little bit off of this edge. So that's okay though. Let me just grab my cutter. Whoa, it doesn't even want to cut. Goodness gracious. Let me see if I can find a pokey tool or something to, excuse my arm guys, to find a line to, goodness. Oh, this is frustrating. Okay, best laid plans, you know what they say. So, or we just be okay with imperfection, you know, that's also an option, you know. I think we're just going to leave it. I don't want to mess with it too much. It's not going to be, oh, I know, it's not going to be noticeable because we're going to put some lace on here, so no worries. So now let me show you what we're going to do with the cover. We may not get out through all of this in the first video. We may do another one, so I will let you know what I'm thinking there. I do need to grab my tear ruler. I was trying to be prepared. Where's my tear ruler? There it is. Okay. So I want to kind of roughly tear this because I don't want it to cover all of this beautiful coffee dyed paper. So I'm going to go ahead and tear it down. And we'll see how much. I'm going to start with about 1/4 of an inch on all the edges. This is a 65-pound paper, so it is a little bit thick and challenging to tear. Okay, so let's get started here. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down on the base, but I think I do want a little bit of lace and such peeking out. So I'm going to reach in my drawer. I did not pull anything out yet. Let me see what seems to be, what would seem to be good for this. Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, guys. Trying to find my cream. Oh, you know what? That pink would be beautiful. Oh, you guys can see what I'm talking about, huh? This one? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I think so. But what do we want to do with it? I don't think I want that much on the bottom there. I think I just want it peeking up under the edges, which means I kind of need a flatter lace. So I'm just going to pull my basket out here. This is a goal over spring break. So I have this basket. This is all of my cream laces, and it definitely needs some organization. It's a mess. It is a mess. So let's see what we've got in here. See what we've got. I think I've got this piece, so let me see if this one will feel better. I do prefer the cream. It's the same lace as this pink, but I think I prefer the cream, and I think I can cut it and shred it a little bit. Okay, I think I figured out a solution. I had figured I'd picked this, but I don't like this print against that. So I'm going to flip it over because I did double print it, or print it on both sides. So I'm going to go ahead and ink this and start putting together the cover. Okay, I like that much better. Much better. I'm going to grab my art glitter glue here and use it because this is such a big piece of paper, and we're going to go ahead and glue it on the top here. Okay, so our next step is I saw this on a video and I wanted to show you guys how it's done. So I cannot remember, I think it might have been Yes, I Made It Myself's channel, but I'm not entirely sure. But what she did is she took some masking tape and she distressed it. So I'm just gonna leave that curled up so I can pull it off. I'm just gonna use my vintage photo and I'm going to apply ink all over it, like so. I meant to put a piece of parchment down before I did this, but such is my brain today. Like so. Go ahead and peel it up. And then we're going to just take a bit of this and we're going to attach this picture. Is that wet? Nope. We're going to attach this picture with bits of this tape. So I'm going to go ahead and just tear it down a little bit. Doesn't matter if it's uneven. At least it doesn't matter to me. I'm going to go ahead and set that down there. It doesn't need to be super thick because the picture, the space is not very big. So I'm going to go ahead and tear it down a little bit. I wish I could remember who I saw it on, but I'm pretty sure it was Yes, I Made It Myself. That's Beth over there. I am going to go ahead and glue this down though as well, because this tape is not going to hold it on. It's just decorative. Just going to kind of line that up like so. And then we're going to put a piece of this tape here like that. Oh, I love that already. Love it already. Let's see. Another piece. Like so. I just think it creates a really great effect. And here, oops, is that a little wide? I think it's okay. Like so, and then one more piece. I'm going to try to remember not to throw out that rest of that because sometimes I forget what I'm doing and I just kind of scoop the stuff off my desk and just let it go in the garbage. And we're going to do the last one here. So isn't that clever? I love it. Okay, I'm feeling better about this now. So let's do a little bit of embellishing here on the front. So I got this lace and I took a piece of this paper, which I'm not sure if it's going to really go. I might just get a piece of the this flowered paper and create a little bit of a cluster, and I'll use some of that masking tape as well. So let's just tear this down. Ink it up. I'm going to go down here a little bit. That would be lovely. Just kind of have it go underneath all of that. Do we want a piece of the pink? Now I'm thinking I want a piece of the pink underneath it. Oh, I like that though. Let's just use this. So I'm going to have it come down here. And I have this little sentiment that says Garden of Memories that I thought would be perfect for this. She looks like she's in a happy place. Like so. Yes, ma'am. Oops. Oh, I didn't really want it on the top. Goodness gracious. No paper towels at hand here. Like that. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so that is our front. Isn't that lovely? So let's move on. So we're going to go ahead and do a pocket. So we're going to do a similar technique in that we're going to, I cut a piece of paper to make a pocket to go here. I do need to ink these bits, and then we'll put this together. So I'm going to go ahead and do that really quick, and I'll be back with you. By the way, these papers are all from a digital, not digital fit, Calico Collage. So these beautiful vintage ladies, as well as this paper, are all from that shop. So we're going to go ahead and glue this down so that we can move on to the next bit, which is to, I need to move my water before I spill it. If you saw my Sunday's Art of Truth, you'll know what I'm talking about. Get all liquid off of the table. I spilt my matte medium. I spilt a half of a bottle of ink on my table during a video while I was doing my Sunday's Art of Truth. It was a disaster. Oh my gosh, such a disaster. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this on. Like so. Beautiful. I love that. I kind of wish I hadn't done that stenciling there. Kind of don't like it, but that's what happens. So this one we're going to do the same thing with the tape. So we're going to kind of put her, well, maybe we could just put her right there in the middle of the pocket. What do you think? Or should she go to the side? I almost think I want her to go like that. It's really little though. I wonder if I need to trim her down a little bit because she's a little bit big. So let me just trim a bit off, just about 1/8 of an inch off of all of these edges, hoping that I can do this semi-straight. There we go. Let's go ahead and ink her again. Ink her up again. Yeah, like so. So we're going to get a little bit more of this tape. I've got a couple of little pieces here already torn. And we're going to just put one there. I hope that one's not quite inked all the way. Let me see if I can get a little bit more ink on that end of that. There we go. I want it to look grungy, right? Grungy is the name of the game. Got another piece here. So also, I was so excited yesterday, I decided to go ahead and get my nails done. They're my nails. They are my real natural nails, but I got a gel manicure because I think it's going to help my nails to hold up to all the mediums that I use. If you saw my Sunday's Art of Truth, when I was done, my nails were just a wreck. I mean, I had ink and everything, and it breaks down my nails. So I'm hoping that this will kind of add a little bit of a protective element to my nails, and it looks pretty too. You know, we like to look pretty. It makes us feel pretty. So there we go. I think I don't want that little bit there, so let me trim that off a little bit. Yeah, like so. So there we go. There's our inside girl right there. And so then we've got a little bit of embellishing to do here on the front here. Did I pull a word or not? I don't know if I did. It doesn't look like I did. Let's pause on that and work on the bits that are going to go on the inside. So I have two things that we're going to do here. We're going to go ahead and glue her on this card. So I'm going to go ahead and ink these bits up, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, there we go. I can go ahead and ink the back of these later, so I don't want to waste your time, but we're going to go ahead and put her on here. I am not going to do the tape. I'm just going to create a little cute, simple journaling card. So I wonder if I want to make it a pocket though. I don't think so. Let's just make a simple journaling card. And let's see, I don't think I picked a word. How did that happen? Let me grab my little bits of words here and see if we can find something. Oh, sweet moments to treasure. I love that. Let's do that. I love it when it's that simple. I love that. So let's put a little bit of lace under that. That's a little bit big, but you get the idea. Actually, it wouldn't be bad. It's the perfect width for this, so maybe I will go ahead and just put it on. Like so. I think so. Let's do it. Kind of excited to do this journal. The person I'm making it for is just the sweetest lady, and you know, she's had a bit of a go at things too in terms of challenges and such, so, and healing and that kind of thing. So it's nice to be able to do something like this for her. I was so glad that she asked. I was a little unsure. I was like, I don't know if I want to get involved in a project like this again, but I prayed about it and decided that it was the right thing to do for me. So I'm going to create a tab on here just using some of this paper that kind of goes with that, and I'm going to glue them together, or glue them to make a page tab. You know what I mean. Goodness gracious. So I'm going to go ahead and ink these. And actually, now that we're here and I'm thinking about it, I have a little bit of a blingy thing that looks like it would go perfect here. What about that? I think that would be lovely. Just thought of those in my little blingy bin there. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on the top. I'm just going to put glue on the bottom half. I'm using my Barely Arts because I have a little bit more time to move it if I don't get it positioned exactly where I want it right away, like so. So you can see it moves quite a bit. We're going to put the other one on the other side. And it does have some script on it, so I'm going to try to get it kind of going the right direction. Not a big deal if you don't, but that just makes a great page tab. Got some ink on there. Oh well. So, what do we want to do? Do we just want one of these? Or is that too... I don't even know if I want one of those now that I've got that on there. And then we have these little beauties. Oh, that's really pretty. I think I'll do that. But I think I want a piece of lace. Go figure. Cara-Renee wants a piece of lace. Unheard of. Right? I don't know. What do I want? Maybe I will just keep it simple here. Nothing wrong with that. Everything doesn't have to be fancy. There we go. I'm gonna just put that right there. Get her centered. Moderately centered. Perfect. Kind of bummed about that little spot of ink though, but probably something on my desk. So there is our journal card. So that is going to go in this pocket, like so. And I love that it sticks up. I love that I love that look, and I put it in all of my journals. And then our little lady, I think she should be good to stick in. It's just going to go right in there, like so. Yeah. I'm going to not tuck her in there right now though, because she might be still a little bit wet. So the last thing we're going to do is do a journal card in this side, on that side rather, and then we're going to glue some lace on, and then we will be done. Actually, let's just go ahead and put this lace on now. Why not? So I want it to go from edge to edge. I'm just trying to line this up so that I think if I cut this right here, I will be at the right, goodness gracious, that. I hope you do know what I mean. And then the same with this one. If I cut on that edge, it should be good. If it doesn't go exactly perfectly, I'm okay with that. So I just really like this lace. So it's a little bit, I think I can stretch it a little bit. So let's go ahead and get our fabric back here. And we're going to apply it here. Just a little bit above that line of the washi tape. And we're going to go ahead and place it on there, and then I'm going to kind of stretch it a little bit so that we get it to reach. And I'm going to get my paper towel, just dab it, which removes the excess glue, but it also kind of gets it in place where you're not having to touch it with your fingers as much. So I can see that glue, I don't like that, but that's okay. There we go. So that's going to go there. Look at that. It's going to be a gorgeous page. And then I also did want to put it on this top piece too. So let me see if I can find the piece for that. I didn't think about that when I was doing this, so I might need to put it. You know what? I'm not going to be able to do that now, because that's going to cover up what I've spent so much time doing here. So I think we're going to skip that. Maybe we'll put a piece along the bottom of this pocket. That would also work, except our tape is there. Bummer. Okay, scratch that. Okay, so our last thing is we're going to do this journal card. It's going to go in this pocket. Just got my bits here to do a little bit of collaging if I so choose. So let me go ahead and ink this up as well. I think I want this to be rounded as well, and I will be back with you after the inking and such is done. Okay, so our journal card is inked, and I'm going to go ahead and do a tab on this edge. So I've got this, this is that punch I've showed you before. It makes this shape, but if you fold it in half, you can get a nice looking tab out of it. So it's super easy to do. So I think it's pretty thick paper though. Doesn't want to go. There we go. Ink that top edge again. And then we're going to put her right here as a little pull. So let's get her on. So klutzy right now. Goodness gracious. Okay, so let's go ahead and squeeze that on there. I think that's about right. Make sure it looks kind of straight, moderately straight. There we go. Let's slide her in that pocket. Hopefully she's not too tall. Sometimes when you glue these on, you do lose some of the landscape because of the glue seepage on the pocket. So I'm just going to trim both of these edges just a slight bit and re-round the corner, and then ink it again, and then it should fit nicely. Should is the operative word, right? She's beautiful now. Look at that. I'll probably put more in that pocket at a later date, but that's what we've got so far. So I just want to do a little bit of embellishing right here, just to kind of create a little interest. So I've got a bit of stuff, which I don't think I'm going to use all that. I pulled stuff out, but sometimes I change my mind when I get going, which is the case today. I definitely am changing my mind quite a bit. I love this, where was that? Some book page. Go ahead and use that. I don't know what this is from, but it's from my stash. Look it up. Need something lighter in the middle, so let's get a piece of scrap here to use here. Go ahead and tear it down. The feel of this paper is so interesting, this mixed media paper, because again it feels soft. It almost feels like, yeah, I mean it tears weird, like so strange. Love it though. There we go. I just want kind of a little cluster there, and then we're going to get our girl on here. I think I want a different piece of lace, but let's go ahead and get these bits glued on. Computer was trying to go to sleep, I guess, because it's been an hour. This will not be an hour video. I will do some magic so you guys don't have to watch it for an hour. That's ridiculous. Okay, so we're going to use some Fabri-Tac here, kind of along this edge. Maybe like so. Put her on there. I love it. So guys, we are done. So I hope that you enjoyed the process. I know it was a little bit choppy, but you know, like I say, like I said in my Sunday's Art of Truth, you know, we have to show up. Just show up. Do your thing. Be you. Show up. You know, don't cower. Don't you know, shrink away. Don't run. You know, don't do any of that. You're too beautiful to hide, and I'm too beautiful to hide. So keep showing up. So there it is. So that's our front. We're opening it up. This will be stitched into the journal, and then later we come in and we will do a pocket on this side. So there we go. I think that I messed that up when I cut that. Originally that was supposed to be something that flipped out. Oh my goodness. That's okay. Thank you guys so much. Take care. Bye-bye.